race time. So drivers lining up on the grid. Zhou Guanyu, the last car on the grid here, and we are here for the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix. Verstappen on pole, Leclerc alongside him. Who will get the lead into turn 1? We'll get to know. As here we see Gasly, I think he had a gearbox problem but has resolved now and is lining up on the grid. Last car on the grid is Zhou Guanyu. The 4th Saudi Arabian Grand Prix is 1, 2, 3, 4, and it's lights out and away we go. And away we go. Verstappen gets a great shot. Leclerc does. Verstappen tries to cover out Leclerc and does so. Verstappen leads into turn 1. Fernando Alonso tries to take the lead, but here is Sergio Perez round the outside of Charles Leclerc and is able to take P2. Leclerc and Verstappen Leclerc and Perez side by side. Verstappen leads them into turn 6, followed by Leclerc and Perez still wheel to wheel. So good racing there from the Monegasque and the Mexican driver. Leclerc pans out ahead of Sergio Perez there. No more incidents in turn 1, which is good to see. Followed by we have Verstappen, Leclerc, Perez, Alonso, Piastri, Norris, Russell, Hamilton, Stroll, Tsunoda, and the debutant Ollie Bearman. Max Verstappen leads into sector 1 with an advantage of 1.1 seconds. Oh, here we go again. Down the inside goes Ollie Bearman on the Yuki Tsunoda, trying to make up moves into P10 but is unable to do so. Maintains his P11 spot, but oh boy, this new kid from Britain is racy. And here we see Hamilton and Alonso. Gasly radio, box. So Pierre Gasly has been set to pit. Maybe I think a gearbox issue for Gasly. So we have Verstappen leading from Leclerc, Perez, Alonso, Norris, Piastri. Then Russell and Hamilton, and then Stroll and Tsunoda, and still Bearman trying to overtake Yuki there. We have to retire the car. So Pierre Gasly will retire from the race and will be the first retiree. So unlucky for the French team there. As here we on board with Ollie Bearman, trying to make moves here around the outside of Yuki Tsunoda but unable to do so. And it's a switchback of dreams for Ollie Bearman. Power down. It's a drag race along the line between Tsunoda and Bearman. Let's see who comes out on top. Here is Fernando Alonso trying to overtake Oscar Piastri, and Ollie Bearman, instead of overtaking Tsunoda, is overtaken by Stroll there. But yeah, DRS enabled. As we all know, DRS is enabled after lap 1 of racing. Oh boy, what intense racing we had, and Gasly comes into the pits to retire. I think he has a gearbox issue. Here is Bearman trying to chase after Yuki Tsunoda but is now under pressure from Magnussen behind him. So let's see what he can do here. As we all know, if you guys might not be aware, Carlos Sainz has been diagnosed with appendicitis and is not taking part in the race. So in his replacement, Ollie Bearman is racing. The 18-year-old, the youngest driver to debut for Ferrari, the 3rd youngest driver to ever race in Formula 1 after Verstappen and Stroll. So great achievement there from the young Brit. He was going to start the F2 race tonight from pole position, but got the caller from Ferrari, and who would not like to get a call from Ferrari. So here we are. Bearman was P11 qualifying, still a decent spot considering he had only driven 1 hour around this circuit, and is at the moment on soft tires trying to make some moves and get points on his debut. Still long race ahead of us. Lap 2 of 50 of the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix. Verstappen leads from Leclerc, followed by Perez, Piastri, Alonso, who holds the fastest lap, followed by Norris, Russell, Hamilton, Stroll, and Tsunoda, rounding off the top 10. As we begin lap 3 of 50, Verstappen leads by 1.5 seconds. So not a big gap there. I expected for a bit more gap, but Leclerc keeping within arm's distance of Verstappen there. So good job there from Charles. And here we see Alex Albon, who is currently running in P13. So disappointing performances from the Williams this weekend, but let's take a look at the restart again. Verstappen on pole, Leclerc alongside him. Verstappen got a great launch, tried to cover Leclerc, but here we see Perez, who almost overtook Leclerc for P2, but Leclerc with much better exit and wheel to wheel. Oh, almost crashed on the wall there. Overtakes Sergio Perez and keeps his P2. Further back we can see Fernando Alonso and Oscar Piastri battling. So Piastri able to overtake Fernando Alonso dropping a place into P5. Onboard with Russell, who started P7, still is P7. Let's take a look at the start from his perspective. Jump start Norris. Okay, so Russell is complaining about Norris jump start. The stewards will take a look into it. Cannot say anything for certain at the moment. As out at front, it's nothing new. We all know who's leading. It's Verstappen leading for Leclerc, Perez, Piastri, Alonso, Norris, Russell, Hamilton, Stroll, Tsunoda, and at the fringes of points is the debutant, the 18-year-old Ollie Bearman. And as Max Verstappen begins lap 4 of 50, a bit more advantage gained for Verstappen here, half a second gain on this lap. Verstappen leads by Leclerc, and here is Sergio Perez with DRS trying to overtake Charles Leclerc into turn 1. Easy move for Sergio Perez, moves up into P2. So yeah, Leclerc dropping places now. The Ferrari, we all know, struggles a bit in the race pace, but still early days. The tires might be a bit fresher, but Sergio Perez, we all know that Red Bull is mighty. In straight line speed with DRS, it's in a class of its own. The other cars, when Red Bull has DRS, seems to be from F2 and Red Bull seems to be from F1. So that's the pace difference. As Verstappen sets the fastest lap, 1:34.0, and it's Red Bull 1-2. Nothing new. Let's take a look at Sergio's overtake on Leclerc. It was a long distance between Leclerc and Perez at the start of the main straight, but we all know that Red Bull is mighty in straight line speed with DRS. Easy move into turn 1, late braking, on power early, and Perez gets the move done and moves up into P2. Red Bull 1-2, followed by Leclerc, followed close by Oscar Piastri. So, some few questions before the start of the season on Piastri's race pace and tire management. So, Piastri is handling them well and is running in P4. Fernando Alonso was quick in qualifying, but we saw in Bahrain, struggled a bit more in race as compared to qualifying. So, we'll try to make moves from here. P5 is not a bad position at the moment. Lap 4 of 50 going on, still 46 laps to go. Let's see what Fernando can do. Norris is P6 and Bearman radio. Okay, so Bearman has been said on the team radio that he is doing well, and we all know Bearman has only driven these cars for approximately 2 hours, so still being able to maintain P11, though on soft tires, is a good job there from Ollie. As here we see Yuki Tsunoda, the sorry, the angry young little Yuki. If you guys might remember from the past race, Yuki got a bit more angry on the radio, trying to make a move on Lance Stroll for P9. The Aston Martin, it's quite obvious that is struggling in race pace, but still Fernando Alonso is able to keep within arm's reach of Oscar Piastri, who is dropping a bit from the pack of Leclerc, Perez and Verstappen. So at the moment it seems that Ferrari has an advantage over the rest of the field, Ferrari and Red Bull. There I think we will say Aston Martin is quite quick. Mercedes are holding on with the McLaren of Norris, but not impressive race pace there from the Mercedes boys. As here Fernando Alonso, Oscar Piastri lap comparison. Oscar Piastri is gaining now, as I said at the start of the stream. Aston Martin have given up a bit of race pace for the qualifying pace, it seems, this season. Last season it was the exact opposite, that they were good in race pace but a bit slower in qualifying. So here is Fernando with DRS at the back straight, trying to attack Oscar Piastri. No realistic move here, but we'll try to get a better exit, better traction from the final corner, the circuit with most corners in Formula 1. And here's Fernando Alonso with DRS, 10-15 kilometers extra advantage for the driver with DRS. Piastri is flashing, which means he is trying to harvest some battery for further battles. As out at front, it's dreadful. In clear words, Verstappen leads Perez by 2.5 seconds, followed by Leclerc, who is still within hands reach of Perez. So if you guys might have seen the previous race, it's quite obvious that Verstappen is in a class of his own, which we all know he is. But then Perez is not at the level he was last season here, so Perez is struggling a bit in race pace. So the Ferraris, especially Sainz, was able to keep up with Perez, like within 2-3 seconds of Perez throughout the whole race. But we all know, no disrespect to Sainz, but Leclerc has a bit more pace within him, a bit more raw pace. So it will be interesting to see if Red Bull do get a win to this race, or is Charles in the later half of the race able to overtake Checo. At the moment, gap between them is 1.2 seconds. As here again, I'll focus a bit more on Bearman, because we all know young talent, young exciting new talent, future of Formula 1 possibly, said by Ferrari. So currently P11, though on the set of soft tires, but still is within DRS range of Tsunoda, who isn't within DRS range of the car in front, that is Lance Stroll. So Can be a move for Bearman here. Around the final few corners is very close with DRS. I think the move is on for Bearman. Let's take a look. Oh, that's Lance Stroll. Stroll has crashed. Lance Stroll has crashed into the turn 22-23 chicane, and I think that should be a safety car. I'm okay, says Lance Stroll. It's yellow flag in sector 3, but that's an hefty impact for Lance Stroll. Gone straight in the barrier. Let's see what happened there for Lance, but should be a safety car. It's good to see Lance moving out of the car. So yeah, I think it should be a safety car, not a red flag, but I think if the barriers are okay, a safety car will be good. And let's take a look at the replay. What has happened to Lance Stroll? I think he just, like we all know, the curbs at the Saudi track are a bit more aggressive as compared to any other track on the calendar. So the car might have been unsettled according to me. Still no replay for Lance's accident, but I think the car might have been unsettled from the curb, which we have seen in the accident from Mick Schumacher. It's a safety car. Yeah, safety car. So Lance is out of the car, which is good to see, but I think the barriers are okay, so no need for a red flag there, but barriers are okay, and the car might be cleared in 2 to 3 laps here. Disappointed Lance because he seemed quick this weekend. Throughout the whole weekend we all know he was okay. So let's take a look at the replay. Here is Lance Stroll, was running in P9 and the turn 23-24. Oh, hit the wall. Okay, so it's not the curve. Lance turned a bit more and clipped the wall, and the suspension failed, the front left suspension, and bam, into the wall goes Lance Stroll. Unlucky there for Lance. Safety car is deployed. The safety car pit lane window is approximately 11 laps, but I don't think any driver will be looking to box because still the tires are quite young. You can see on your screen as well. 8 to 9 laps max the tire life, so yeah, no pit stops here. But a thing is, Verstappen's gap is reduced, which is good because okay, Checo is boxing. Verstappen is coming in. What's happening here? So Sergio Perez into the pit lane. Interesting to see. Is there a front wing damage for Checo? Thank you for the subscription. 5 subscribers away from the target. Oh, the Red Bulls are pitting. Is Leclerc pitting? Okay, so a double stack for Red Bull. So good double stack there. Verstappen and Leclerc both in the pits. Leclerc. Oh no! Oh no! Leclerc is having a slow stop. Oh my god! Leclerc had a slow stop, was held up by the McLaren and incoming McLaren Aston Martin. We all know it's a problem. Okay, so Hamilton stays out. So does Norris. So Lando Norris takes the lead of the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix. Lewis Hamilton, who was P8, is now P3. Verstappen, who has already pitted, is P2. So yeah, a bit of reshuffling of order there. Slow stop there for Leclerc, 6 seconds. Not ideal, as here is Bearman and Magnussen coming wheel to wheel out of the pits, but Bearman gets the better of Magnussen there and comes out in P12. No positions gained there for Bearman, but crucially only 1 position lost. So yeah, great job there for Bearman. And as I was saying, Norris and Hamilton are the drivers who haven't pitted yet. I don't understand what exactly the strategy is, because pitting under safety car is a much better decision rather than pitting in a normal racing conditions. But yeah, there are strategists who do a lot of strategy and all that stuff, so maybe they might have seen some data. Maybe stopping later is beneficial, but I don't understand the strategy. In the meantime, thank you very much everyone who have tuned in. Please don't forget to like and subscribe, all that good stuff. It really means a lot to me. So yeah, back to racing. As I was saying, Verstappen has pitted for a set of hard tires. So has Perez and almost whole of the grid. Drivers who haven't pitted yet are Norris, Hamilton, Hülkenberg and Zhou. Rest of the grid has pitted. So it will be interesting to see how the drivers race pans out further, because we all know. Okay, let's take a look at Lance's incident again. Into turn 23 there, Lance Stroll, clipped the wall. Purely a driver error then, and bam, into the wall there. I hope the barriers are okay so that we don't need a red flag. Lance seems to be unhappy on the radio. He should be. But yeah, as I was saying, there is a split strategy between the teams for stopping early and stopping late. But according to me, if the teams stop at this moment, like everyone has stopped, so it will be a bit more sensible decision to stop at this moment rather than waiting for a few more laps for boxing, because we all know under a safety car the pit stop time is almost reduced to more than half. The average pit stop time at Saudi is 24 seconds And on the safety cars, it's 11 seconds. Okay, so on board with Alonso. Let's see if there is an incident. Oh, unsafe release there for, I think it was Checo, if I'm not wrong. Unsafe release there for Sergio Perez. Might be under investigation there. Almost collected Fernando Alonso there. So yeah, quite a aggressive release there from Red Bull team. But as I was saying, it's always a split strategy of what you want to do. Who is at the rear end? Is that Ricardo? Yeah, not sure why Ricardo is so back from the pack, but we will take a look further. As I was saying, the teams mostly prefer pitting in this moment rather than staying out, because we all know that pitting on a safety car is much more beneficial for two factors. First of all, the cars are running on slower pace, so which in turn suggests that the pit stop loss is reduced by quite a huge margin. The 22 seconds usual are reduced to approximately 11 to 12 seconds, which is an advantage. Another advantage is before the safety car, almost 7 laps were done, we all know that. So in those 7 laps, the drivers and the teams might have created an advantage. We all know the teams have some set strategies before the race, the pit window and the tire strategy and all. So the teams go on with the plan of we will create a gap of XY seconds, then we will pit on this lap and we will continue the race. But what this safety car does is bunches up the whole field, and this bunching up is very not beneficial for the drivers who haven't pitted, because we all know, for example, gap between Hamilton and Verstappen was 11 seconds, and Verstappen might be looking in that pit window between Hamilton and himself. But what if Hamilton pits and Verstappen doesn't? So what happens? The gap at the eventually is going to reduce by approximately 2 seconds because of the safety car. But when Verstappen pits, Hamilton is already pitted. When Verstappen will pit, he will lose more than 20 seconds to Lewis, which is a huge disadvantage, because we all know in Formula 1, even mere tens and hundreds of seconds are like winning and losing margin. So, and safety car to come at the end of this lap. So we'll get to racing speed. So as I was saying, Hamilton and Norris are in a bit of disadvantage here, though they are on mediums, which might warm up much more better. Norris, Rio. Okay, so they are discussing about the strategy and all that stuff. But as I was saying, Norris and Hamilton might get a good getaway because of the warmer medium set of tires. We all know gets warmer much more earlier as compared to the set of hards which the rest of the field is in. So yeah, it would be interesting to see what the race start is. Lando Norris is raiding. In the meantime, before the race start, don't forget to like and subscribe. Just 5 subscribers away from the target here, so it will be quite great. As we see here, I think Norris will leave it at the absolute late moment as possible, because we all know slipstream is quite a powerful thing here. And off goes Norris, and we are back to racing again. But Verstappen is soon looking to overtake Lando Norris here, and round the outside, Verstappen putting pressure on Norris, but they all maintain the position. Hamilton and Perez keep up their positions, followed by Leclerc, who overtakes Piastri. Alonso, Hülkenberg, Russell and Zhou round out the top 10. Bearman has gained up a place and is into P11 now, so great stuff there from the young Brit, as Lando Norris leads the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix, followed by Verstappen, who has already pitted yet. Then we have Hamilton, Perez, Leclerc, Piastri, Alonso, Hülkenberg, Russell and Zhou. So into the sector 1 they go. No incidents at the moment. Gap out at front is 1 second. As I said, the fresh set of tires for Norris will warm up much more quicker and much more effectively as compared to the sets of hards for Verstappen and the rest of the field. So yeah, great job there from Norris. Got the jump up on the rest of the field and it leads by 1 second. But it's a matter of time that Verstappen overtakes him. Let's follow him throughout the whole race now, as here is Charles Leclerc putting a bit of pressure on Sergio Perez. So it's interesting to see. So I will say the grid is almost divided in 2 parts now. It's Verstappen's part, and the Red Bull of Perez is like much more closer to Ferraris of Sainz and Leclerc as compared to Verstappen there. So bit more interesting racing for P2 here, as Lando Norris rounds out the final corner. The gap between Verstappen and Leclerc less than Leclerc and Norris now. Verstappen and Norris, a bit of jumble there. Verstappen and Norris less than 1 second. As we all know, in these new regulations, DRS is activated at the end of first lap. So Verstappen might have DRS now and will look after to overtake Lando Norris here. Lewis Hamilton has dropped off a bit from Max Verstappen here, so the strategy for Mercedes not working here, and I think Lewis has a long afternoon from here. Will be interesting to see. Official confirmation from the race control. Thank you for the subscription. It's not the message I am saying thank you for the subscription, but DRS is now enabled, as here we see Alex Albon trying to make moves into turn 1, and oh, that was close stuff between Albon and the, who was it? I think it was Tsunoda. Yeah, close stuff between Albon and Tsunoda there. Oh, even more close stuff between Hulken, Magnussen and Tsunoda, Albon there. Magnussen trying to overtake Albon there, moves to the right of the track, but Albon is there, and a bit of contact there. Slight front wing damage to the car of Albon, maybe slight chance of puncture there from Magnussen. Will take a look further. Here is Oliver Bearman trying to overtake Yuki Tsunoda. Great move into turn 1 from the young Brit. Impressive, impressive. Lovely move there. It shows the confidence that this kid has. Is into P11. Is mere 10 away from points, and I will be quite happy that it will be, if he is able to score points, because stepping up for Ferrari from Formula 2 without any practice is a big task, and being able to score points in this very competitive grid, we all know all the teams are very close to each other, and the investigation incident in pit lane, as I said, between Alonso and Perez for unsafe release is being noted. So let's see if there's a penalty or not, as here is Sergio Perez trying to overtake Lewis Hamilton. As I said, Lewis Hamilton on the alternate strategy is a bit further behind, unsafe release, so as I said, under investigation. But as I was saying, Lewis Hamilton a bit further behind the pack of Verstappen and Norris, so the Mercedes clearly doesn't seem to have race pace there, which is quite painful to see as a Mercedes fan. But Perez on the set of hard tires, which are much more fresher, approximately 6 to 7 laps fresher than Lewis Hamilton's, is trying to make moves on Lewis here. Would be easy with DRS. We all know the Red Bull is quite quick, as out at front Norris is slightly more than 1 second ahead of Verstappen there, which gives him an advantage, not giving Verstappen DRS there. So yeah, so they are in DRS range now. As I said, Verstappen gains few tenths on Norris and is within DRS range. So I think this lap it's game over for Norris, because the Red Bull is absolutely incredible in straight line speed with DRS. Round the back straight, the penultimate straight here, Verstappen has DRS, gap is 7 tenths. I'm quite confident in the first corner Verstappen is overtaking Norris. Let's see here what he does. Is gaining, the gap is 2 tenths. You see 5 tenths gained within this straight span of 300 to 400 meters. So powerful is Red Bull's DRS. Round the main straight, Verstappen has DRS, gap is 4 tenths. And let's see what Norris can do here. He's a sitting duck, and Verstappen sets the fastest lap and takes the lead on lap 13 of 50 of the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix. Verstappen moves ahead of Norris and leads, and so be ready to see Verstappen disappearing into the distance there. 40-50 seconds. Do say your predictions from how much margin is Verstappen winning here. I am predicting 30 seconds, because Perez might, and in the meantime Perez also overtakes Hamilton with DRS, so the Red Bulls on the charge here. Perez making moves, Verstappen making moves, and 1-3 for Red Bull at the moment, but a provisional 1-2. Okay, Magnussen complaining about flow damage. As I said, the incident involving Albon and Magnussen caused Magnussen to be in slight contact with Albon there, and has caused flow damage for Magnussen there. Here we see Leclerc, who will be the next person to overtake Hamilton, because the Mercedes seems to be absolutely crawling at the moment. No race pace, no qualifying pace. Back to the drawing board for the Mercedes team, which is quite shameful. We all know the era of domination Mercedes had throughout the turbo hybrid era, and now they are here fighting for the lower half of the points, which is quite painful to see. Leclerc on the last lap gained by 5 tenths over Lewis Hamilton. So now slowly, as the laps progress, we all know Hamilton hasn't stopped yet, so his medium tires will start to degrade lap by lap, and on the other hand, Leclerc's hard tires will start to be more in the right appropriate window and be much quicker, as Verstappen again sets the fastest lap and improves the advantage out at front by 2 seconds. 2 seconds in 1 lap. Yeah, in the field of such a tight Formula 1 drivers and cars, 2 seconds gained by Verstappen in the last lap, incredible. And here is Ollie Bearman trying to make move on Joe Guanyu, incredible. Ollie Bearman into turn 1 again with DRS, late braking, moves up into P10 into the point swing position. So yeah, Quite incredible to see Oli making moves and in the points position. As I said, he's making his debut in Formula 1 with Ferrari. So I hope he has a great race, and he's having at the moment. Started 11th, is 10th. Hasn't been involved in any incidents, any crashes yet, so he's keeping his nose clean, which is good for a rookie always. Yeah. Hamilton ahead is struggling on medium tires from the start. So Norris is kind of complaining that why haven't we stopped yet and why I'm on the mediums. So the team trying to console here Norris by saying that Hamilton is also struggling, so you're not the only person there. But still, I would say not great strategy there from the Mercedes and the McLaren. Here's Russell making move on Hulkenberg there, if I'm not wrong. Yeah, with DRS gaining all the time and easy move. Mercedes a bit more quicker this year on straight line as compared to the past few seasons. Bread and butter overtake for all drivers is turn 1 with DRS, and here's Bearman's overtake again with DRS. The Ferrari, we all know, is much more quicker in straight line as compared to the customer team of Sauber. Here is Leclerc, the another Ferrari, trying to make the move on Mercedes of Lewis Hamilton. Within DRS, moves out ahead around the outside into turn 1, and that's a bit more close to comfort as I thought, and gets the move done on Lewis Hamilton. And Charles Leclerc now moves up into P4, which is a provisional P3. We all know Norris hasn't boxed yet, and Leclerc now will be trying to chase after Perez, and would if he will be happy if he's able to get P2 here. So yeah, easy move there from Leclerc into turn 1, and out at front, lap 15 of 50. Total domination, I would say, is the correct word for Verstappen here. Is leading by 2.6 seconds, and to the nearest rival, that is Sergio Perez, he's leading by 4 seconds in approximately 5 laps. So yeah, quite brilliant to see the Alonso radio. Okay, so Alonso, as I said, the Aston Martin in general struggles a bit more on race pace as compared to qualifying pace. So Alonso is saying that the drivers in front are in a league of their own, and he's considering for plan B. So the race now is going as per their plan for Aston Martin. Stroll already crashed, and Alonso looking for alternate plans here. Still 35 laps left, lots more. There can be red flags because we all know this track is quite high speed and quite close for drivers to crash. So yeah, anything can happen, as here is Oscar Piastri, who is the next one to overtake Lewis Hamilton. Hamilton is just sitting duck at the moment, and it's a 5-second time penalty for Sergio Perez for an unsafe pit release. So yeah, as I said, the incident between, I think it was a safety car lap, yeah, when the safety car was deployed, all the drivers went to the pits, and the Red Bull crew decided to leave Sergio Perez into the path of Fernando Alonso, which has given him a 5-second time penalty, and which will be added at the end of his race time. He can still develop a gap. At the moment, the gap is 2.5 seconds. We all know the Red Bull is quite quick, so still can be a Red Bull 1-2 unless there are some safety cars and all that stuff at the closing stages. But yeah, 5 seconds time penalty for Sergio Perez shouldn't concern him much, I think. But yeah, we'll keep a look at his lap times. And here is Kevin Magnussen, who has been given a 10-second time penalty for causing a collision with Alex Albon. As I said, Magnussen moved to the right, but Albon was already there, so caused damage to his and Albon's car. So has been given a 10 seconds time penalty. They are killing us in the high speed. So yeah, Hamilton saying on the radio that the competitors are much more quicker in the high speed, which is quite obvious because fresh set of tires is always much more quicker in high speed as compared to the set of a bit more worn medium tires. As here is Oscar Piastri running very closely behind Lewis Hamilton, should make the move at the penultimate straight. As we all know, Piastri on fresher set of tires as compared to Lewis. Lewis is a sitting duck at the moment and will require a absolutely mega drive from here to be able to score some points. As he is Oscar Piastri cuts the corner, overtakes Lewis Hamilton. I think he will give the place back, and he does so. Oscar Piastri trying to overtake Lewis Hamilton there, but the straight falls short and Piastri leaves to fight for another day. But yeah, the pace deficit for Mercedes and Hamilton is quite obvious from this footage we are seeing at the moment. I would say the sooner Lewis pits is better for his race because he is doing nothing but losing more and more lap time here. So yeah, not great there for Lewis, not great for Mercedes. Russell is in quite a decent race at the moment. is running. Okay, we see, take a look at the battle between Piastri and Hamilton. Piastri tried to overtake around the outside, similar to what Leclerc did, but cut the corner and gave the place back to Hamilton. Rather than crashing, we all know lots of incident into turn 1. In 2021, let's not talk about it. It was a there was a lot of controversy in that race. Here is Sergio Perez. As I said, he has been on a 5-second time penalty, so he's pushing a bit more rather than chilling out there, and he's trying to make moves on Lando Norris now. So yeah, down the back straight, we all know the drivers don't usually overtake around the back straight because they want the DRS for the main straight. So DRS chicken, we all know that. So on the main straight, Red Bull with DRS, he's surely gonna get eaten up Norris here. With DRS, easy move into turn for Sergio Perez, makes the move miles before the braking zone and moves up into P2, and will now be looking to build some gap between himself and Leclerc to cover up the 5-second time penalty. As here is Ollie Bearman trying to overtake Magnussen and Hülkenberg there into turn 1, but the straight falls short and Bearman leaves to fight for another day. But the Bearman looks racy, to say the least. He's running in P10, is only 4 seconds behind Russell, which is a slow Mercedes, but still be able to so much closer to the Mercedes and all the rest of the pack is a commendable job from the young Brit. And it's lap 18 of 50. Out at front, gap is 5.5 seconds. That's painful. That's painful. In the meantime, thank you very much everyone who had tuned in. We are just 4 subscribers away from the target of reaching 5,700 subscribers, so please don't forget to like, subscribe, all that good stuff, and it would be a great help from all your side. As I have said, I have started an initiative of planting a tree for every 100 subscribers I gain. So just 4 subscribers away from planting the second tree. I started this initiative at 5500 subscribers, at the verge of 5700. So yeah, thank you for all the support. And back to racing, Oscar Piastri and Lewis Hamilton. Last lap, Piastri was unable to overtake Lewis there. Let's see what he can do this lap. Much more closer on the main straight with DRS as they begin lap 19 of 50 for the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix. 15-20 km extra advantage for the driver with DRS. The Mercedes seems to be a bit more quicker in straight line, to say the least, because for the second lap running, Piastri with DRS is very close to the Mercedes, but still is unable to overtake him. So which means the Mercedes is a bit more quicker in the straight line than last season, which is a good symbol at least for high speed tracks. As Piastri for the third lap running is running behind Lewis Hamilton here, so frustrating there for Oscar and for the McLaren team. His teammate Oscar Piastri, who we all know hasn't boxed yet, is doing quite a decent job running in P3. Still not the best McLaren would have hoped, but is 1.7 seconds ahead of Leclerc, which is quite decent on a set of old tires. As here is Hülkenberg and Bearman's battle. Bearman into turn 1 trying to overtake Hülkenberg there, but is unable to do so. As I said, the Ferrari and the Haas seem to be a bit more similar in terms of straight line speed. So yeah, Bearman will be trying to overtake in the next few coming laps. Is running in P10, which is quite a decent job from a young rookie who is driving in Formula 1 for the first time in possibly one of the hardest track on this year's calendar, Saudi. We all know loads of high speed corners, loads of room for error, but Bearman is having none of it and is running quite a clean race. As again, Piastri Hamilton part 3. Let's see if it's third time lucky for Piastri. Again, similar 4 tenths gap. Hamilton is somehow able to get a better exit out of final corner, and is able to keep Piastri at bay with DRS. Not huge advantage there. Piastri with DRS and slipstream was only 2 kps faster than Hamilton there. So yeah, Mercedes definitely a lot more quicker, or maybe McLaren a bit more draggy. We can say anything in straight line. As here is Bearman again trying to take a Hülkenberg, who is kind of an obstruction in Bearman's way. Bearman, Hülkenberg and Russell's gap at the moment is 5 seconds, which suggests that Hülkenberg is losing loads of time on his old set of medium tires, which in turn is making Bearman lose the time as well. So yeah, Ollie will try to make the move as soon as humanly possible and move up into P8, P9, double the points. So yeah, great job there for Ollie. Bearman radio, mate, he's so slow. Yeah, he is. So as I said, Hülkenberg is so slow and is costing a loads of lap time to Bearman here. I think he might be able to overtake Hülkenberg in this lap. Is running quite closely throughout this whole lap. And as we all know, this close running really hampers the tires a lot, because we all know dirty air and all that stuff. The turbulent air which comes out from the radiators of the car in front causes turbulence in the air, and this turbulence is like not so good for the tires, which causes tire wears and engine overheating and all the good stuff. So Bearman for 3 laps continuous has been running behind Hülkenberg's rear wing here, who is in turn doing a good job running in P9, scoring points for Haas. We all know last season Hülkenberg was okay. Here let's focus on Bearman and Hülkenberg. Bearman is much more closer with DRS, is going to make a move here, moves alongside and ahead. So Bearman for third time lucky moves up into P9 and is in 2 points leading position here. But yeah, as I was saying about Hülkenberg and especially Haas, we all know in the last past season they were struggling a lot. When I say a lot, it's a lot in terms of tire wear and race pace. Like they were absolutely cheese gritting the tires into the whole race. So at the moment it seems good. Magnussen and Hülkenberg are running quite a decent race, like P10 and P12 for Haas. Not dropping places is the main focus for them, and they are doing the same job. So yeah, great performance there from the Haas boys, and will surely be taking a loads of positives from this race in the upcoming races. As Bearman, as I have been saying throughout this whole stream, is really impressing me a lot, and surely will be impressing you guys as well, because we all know young rookie hasn't had practice in this season at all in Formula 1, had only one practice session, stepped up for Carlos Sainz, got appendices, was unable to race. As here is Oscar Piastri, who is for 5th lap running is trying to overtake Lewis Hamilton, is quite close again, but still I would say Mercedes and Hamilton are quite quick in straight line, as Verstappen out at front set the fastest lap. See, you can see Kevin Magnussen again. He has been given a penalty again, Magnussen, for 10 seconds. Let's see what it's for. Okay, it's the same. They are just confirming the penalty there. As I am saying, Piastri for the 5th lap running is unable to overtake Lewis Hamilton with DRS, with slipstream. The gap is only 4 tenths, but still is unable to overtake Lewis Hamilton, which suggests that Mercedes have really worked a lot in their straight line speed and are not being overtaken quite easily as they were in the past few seasons. In the meantime, thank you very much everyone for the support. Please don't forget to like the stream and subscribe the channel. We are just 4 subscribers away from the target, so yeah, it will be a great help if you like, subscribe, all that great stuff. So yeah, Leclerc Hamilton's gap. Leclerc is gaining by 2 tenths over Lewis Hamilton, which is not absolutely horrific, because we all know Lewis is on a set of old tires as compared to Leclerc there. So Hamilton is doing quite a decent job here, is approximately 6 to 7 seconds ahead of his teammate, who is on much more fresh set of tires. So yeah, Lewis doing a decent job, not the best in the world, but still is doing a decent job to maintain his position and keep Piastri at bay. Hasn't dropped quite a lot from Leclerc yet, is 3.5 seconds, is quite decent. Yeah, again the gap between Piastri and Hamilton is 6 tenths. Piastri at DRS and slipstream and maybe a bit more battery than Hamilton is gaining, but gained by only half a tenth. That's what I'm saying. The McLaren is absolutely draggy in the straight line, which is definitely costing them a lot in terms of the race. As here we focus on the battle for the final podium spot between Leclerc and Norris. Norris hasn't pitted yet, Leclerc has done so. The gap between them is 1.2 seconds, and as we all know, Sergio Perez has a 5-second time penalty for his unsafe pit release. So technically the gap between Leclerc and Perez at the moment is 1 second in favor of Perez. And as here we can see on the track map analysis, Lewis Hamilton and Oscar Piastri. Lewis Hamilton is quick in the critical areas, he is quick on straights and is quick in the exit of the final corner, which is the main overtaking spot. And on the last lap, Hamilton gained by 3 tenths over Piastri. So Mercedes has great tire wear it seems from here, and Verstappen is looking to smash the fastest lap again. Fastest sector 1 and sector 2 for Max here. Let's see what lap time it does. I would say if Max is driving his full potential, he might be winning the race by more than 1 minute, but still he is like letting the kids, according to Max, letting the kids drive, have some chances of winning, like give them thinking that yes we can win, but at the end he is the driver who wins. Again, Hamilton Piastri is the battle. Gap is bit more closer. Piastri wheel to wheel with Lewis Hamilton, but Mercedes has better straight line speed and Piastri maintains his position.